good this could be for you.
Good morning, my friends. It's Indiana Holmes. How are you all today? It is a beautiful day here at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. It is currently 66 degrees. The weather is cooling off, at least for today. I think the high is going to be 69 degrees here in Disneyland. Thought my other phone was talking to me. How's the weather where you guys are? We've got sunshine, a few wispy clouds here and there, but mostly blue sky and much cooler weather than we had this past week and the week before. Although I did hear or see on the weather report that it was going to heat up, I think Saturday and Sunday, maybe even Monday, but then they're predicting rain on Tuesday. Crazy. But we are supposed to return to traditional Southern California winter weather on Tuesday, Wednesday, and all of next week for the next few weeks. It's good to be back here at Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. I do love it. And I know you guys do too. Oh, there goes a jitney. The red jitney. Let's see, where shall we go first today? Let's see. See if I can make it over here to the waiting board here, the board that shows our wait times. See how it's looking for us in the park today. Let's see what we've got here. All right. We are waiting now. Oh, wow. 5 minutes for Astro Blaster. Okay, well, we got to do Astro Blaster if it's only 5 minutes. 5 minutes for Astro Blaster. That is pretty significantly low wait time. All right, are you guys ready for an adventure? Let's go adventuring. That's what I like to do. I love all the Disney adventures, from Tomorrowland to Fantasyland, Frontierland, and Adventureland, of course, is the most important for me. I love Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye and the Jungle Cruise, close to my heart. So, off we go. Here we are, entering Tomorrowland, where we can have fun with the Astro Blaster. We'll see if my hands are any better today at trying to defeat Zurg, because I didn't do so well the other day. And here we go. Astro Blaster. Oh my gosh. So my high score the other day was 254,000 something. And then I have fallen from that high score dramatically. So we'll see if I can get anywhere close to that today. Good morning, Haunted Minnie. Happy to see you, my friend. Good morning, Carolyn McEvers. Good morning, Garrett. What is that? Garrett Ross, I think. Good morning, Tiffany Johnson. Good morning, Weird Old Man. I love that name. Good morning, Main Street Paul. And LP Rodriguez, good morning to you, sir. I hope you're having a lovely day this morning. I got nothing. Good to see you here today. The sun is warm here. It feels great. It feels really good. And it feels good because it's a little crisp out. It was a little crisp this morning. I can feel that chill burning off now, and we should have a nice day without too much heat. That's what I'm counting on. Oh, okay. Carolyn isn't Carolyn, it's Daniel. Okay. Well, I can only just say hi and communicate with the people who have their YouTube handles written as they are. I can't keep track of everybody and their real names if their real name is not the same as their YouTube handle. That's beyond my memory comprehension and ability. All right, what do we think the score will be today? Hopefully we'll at least break 100,000. The last time I did this, I didn't even break 100,000. How fun would it have been to have been the person that got to design this wall here? Look at that. It looks like it's made of like metal or maybe some type of plastic composite panels. Looks like each panel is about maybe 4 by 4 feet, and then it's painted to look like metallic. It looks like it probably has like a paint and then another clear coat and then another paint. It kind of changes color a little bit. All right, here we go. First experience. Well, let's hope it's higher. If only we had the people mover moving along here. That would have been great. Oh, I got nothing. Your shirt's coming today. That's awesome. I know Lizzie and I both ordered short sleeve shirts because the only one I had was a long sleeve shirt, and I ordered myself a hat as well. But it was so hot last week and the beginning of this week, I thought, you know what, I can't do the long sleeve shirt every day. So I ordered myself a short sleeve shirt, and so did Lizzie. Thank you.
Stand by.
Let's see what kind of knowledge. See what kind of knowledge Buzz Lightyear can drop on us today.
The Evil Emperor Zurg. His robotic army is stealing crystalline fusion power cells. Without those cells, we'll all be powerless and at the mercy of Zurg. Star Command picked a fine time to send the new recruits. All right, you junior space rangers, listen up. Zurg is using the stolen battery cells to energize his secret weapon. Our mission is to find his robots and his secret weapon and blast them.
Off we go. I'm assuming you come here all the time. I come here a couple times. Later. Awesome.
The shield will be lowered automatically.
All right, space rangers, aim for the seas. Remember, the targets are worth more when they're wet.
Please face forward.
On in. 2 or 3.
Okay, guys, wish me luck. Let's see if I can break 100,000 and Maybe if I'm really lucky and I can find those hidden targets, those triangles and diamonds that light up in the dark, maybe I'll even get up to 200, 250,000 like the other day. All right, Space Rangers, here we go.
Please stay safe. Fasten your seat. Your shield will be lowered automatically.
All right, I've got my laser. Let's see if we can find a target. Hasn't turned on yet. Okay, it just turned on. Oh, there's one up there. Let's get this one back here. All right, now I'm gonna have to try for that triangle. Oh, it's tricky. I got it. Okay, now this guy. Missed it. Okay, another Z for Zerg. That saw blade is really difficult. I've never hit that yet. It's like a really obscure angle you have to shoot at. Ooh, I got a triangle. I can never get this construction worker guy. Oh, I got it. Okay, cool. If I can find any more triangles. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can find any of these hidden ones up in here. Okay, get some of these guys. Anything else up in here? I don't see anything. Okay, we're gonna have to go for out here. Up to 32,000 right now. Looking for a triangle. Okay, I got a triangle. Oh, I hit it. Excellent. And a diamond. And a triangle. And a square. And a circle. And we're going to get this box. Oh, yeah. We got that triangle a bunch of times. In the, what do you call those wind-up pop-up boxes? I forgot. Too hard. Got a bunch of eyes over here, but I don't see anything. Oh man, I just missed that one. Okay, let's get that triangle. Oh no, it was a diamond, even better. Okay, we got the circle. See if we can get the moving diamond. Yes, got it. And the triangle behind it. Please, please. Ah, I couldn't get it. Okay, there's some hidden ones up in here. They're hard to find though. There's one. Let's see if I can hit it. Got it, got it, got it. Ooh, yeah. Boom, there's one up there in the ceiling. Oh, those are really hard to get. Up to 97,500. Okay. Oh boy, hard from this distance. That is for sure. Okay, we got a triangle over here. I got it. Over the back. Ah, couldn't get it a second time. Too hard. Ooh, there's a diamond way up there. I just saw it. Oh man, I missed it. I'm at 107,000. Well, looks like it's gonna be a low scoring day today, guys. And it cut me off. 107,400. Well, better than earlier in the week, but definitely nothing close to my high score.
Forget to holster those blasters. Mission accomplished, Space Rangers. It's been an honor serving you. Take this escort and it's really
Right. Good job, Space Rangers. Exit Space Rangers. Right. Good job, Space Rangers. Exit Space Rangers.
The trick to those higher scores is finding those hidden diamonds and triangles that are in the tunnel in the dark, and then you've got to hit them when they light up. They go dark and light up. They go dark and light up, and trying to hit them when they light up is the hard thing. And into the gift shop. Ooh, look at this. This is really nice. It's a cocoa inspired mug. That's pretty. I like the top of it, the whole shape of it. Ooh, that's great. Characters on it. A lot of cocoa stuff here. Very nice. Very nice. So many cool things in the shop. Oh my gosh, are these Pez dispensers? Oh, how cool is this? I know a lot of people collect Pez dispensers. It would be so cool to have a collection of Disney character Pez dispensers. Oh look, we've got Woody up here. Oh, that's the same one. Okay, so it's just Woody and Buzz apparently. That's a cool shirt. Let's see. We got some Pizza Planet, sort of little shoulder bags. Lots of yummy plushies. Oh my gosh. My daughters used to love plushies, especially the really big soft ones. They had their bed completely covered in them, beds I should say. And of course, my little dog loves plushies too, except plushies don't survive too long with our dog Meadow. Like a lot of dogs, they like the plushies, but they like to sort of take them apart piece by piece. Why? Okay, that was fun. Let's see, where shall we go now? Let me check the wait times here on my other phone. I'm gonna stop here and wait until I have a chance to check it. All right, wait times. Okay. Astro Orbiter's 25 minutes. We're gonna skip that. Big Thunder Mountain's only 20 minutes. Okay, we're gonna do Big Thunder Mountain again. I've been repeating this pattern a bit here lately where we do Astro Blaster and Big Thunder Mountain because I am so incredibly surprised that Big Thunder Mountain has such short lines in the morning. It is a Friday, so it might be a little busier than usual, but 20 minutes for Big Thunder Mountain on a Friday is pretty incredible. Let's see if it's still 20 minutes when we get there though. I'm always curious as to what is inside this walled area here. It's been walled for years. I thought maybe it was like a projector, but then this giant tree is in the way, so it couldn't project anything on the castle. I do not know. Maybe it's some kind of like an electrical power transformer or something that has to be there, and maybe it's just not attractive, so they cover it with walls. But they've been maintaining those walls, painting them, keeping them looking really nice. Oh look, here comes a jitney. It'd be so fun to have one of those or something like that. When I was a teenager, one of my friends' father, he was back in the day, boy, this will date you. His father had a TV repair business, and he had a van, and he would drive from people's houses, from one person's house to another, to repair televisions. I think he had a shop too where people could bring televisions. But anyway, he was a little bit of a collector, and one of the things he collected was a really old car. It was red like this one up here, and it was an open car, but it didn't have any top on it. It was just a two-seater. I don't even remember what this car was called, but it had a little tiny engine, and instead of a steering wheel, it had a lever, and you just used this lever and you pulled it left and right, and it had a very, as a matter of fact, it was a crank engine, so it didn't have a battery. You had to crank the engine at the front where the radiator was to get it started, which was always a little bit dangerous because that crank could kick back on you. You could break a wrist or an arm or something, so that was tricky. You have to be careful with that. And then you would hop in, just two people, in a very simple kind of leather padded seat with sort of a steel wire back thing on it. And then you could putt around on these tall wheels that were made of wood with rubber, you know, I think they were pneumatic. I can't remember if they were hard rubber or if they were inflated with air, but it was a riot driving that around, or driving around in it. I only piloted it a few times. And it was a little scary because the whole thing shook a lot. It had a lot of vibration. And when you would drive it, you had to be really careful not to oversteer because you didn't have a steering wheel. You just had this like lever. I don't know what you'd call it. It was like a stick with a bend in it, like a 90-degree bend. It was crazy. Really old school. Okay, it's getting busy here now. People have figured out that it's only 20 minutes to get on to Big Thunder Mountain. So now we're in a line outside. I think everybody just jumped on the line at the same time. A lot of merging going on. 20 minutes for Big Thunder Mountain is amazing. All right, here we go. Big Thunder Mountain. Lots of people merging in line now. Yeah, I think everybody looked at their phones and they all saw the same wait time and they all just jumped on at once because now we're in the kind of extended queue back here on the side behind Rancho del Zocalo. And look who I see over here in Rancho del Zocalo. Oh, now she's kind of blocked by the fence. Let's see if she stands up. Mirabelle, stand up. She's talking with a little girl. How sweet is that? It's so cool when little kids get to meet their animated character heroes. I love it. It's like me meeting Mickey. I love meeting Mickey in his little Mickey Mouse house soundstage studio. The actors, the cast members, I should say, that perform the different character parts are just so good at their acting. Because basically most of the characters are not allowed to speak. Well, at least the ones that are, you know, in full costume, like Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse, where they have like a head on the top of their head. So they're basically having to mime their performances. And I think that is just so cool that their acting ability, silent acting ability, essentially performing and interacting with guests in a silent way all through body movements and actions, is such an art. Hello, Manny and Canny. Good to see you, my friend. Hello, the John. Bootstrappers are playing at 11:30. Well, that'd be fun. I love the Bootstrappers. See if we can get over there at that time.
I was telling me that Coleman's favorite thing is to go over to Tom Sawyer's Island.
I passed. Garrett says I just passed the breakfast chimichanga. Yes, I did. I'm trying to eat better. I need to get in better shape here. I've put on some weight. Not that it's super noticeable, but it's slowing me down. There's no question about it. I had to go to one of my annual checkups the other day, last week. I went to the cardiologist, and once a year he makes me run on the treadmill, and I absolutely do not like running on the treadmill. I do not run anymore. I used to be a long distance runner when I was in high school and college. I ran the 2 mile, the mile, and the half mile. And then during cross country season, I ran the cross country, which I think was 2.4 miles, cross country races, which are like through parks and stuff and up hills and mountains. And then, long after that, I just continued to run like every day after college or after work when I was working. I would run in the evening, sometimes with my dog, sometimes by myself, like 5 nights a week. But eventually, that caused some injuries to my back and my knees. And after some x-rays, my doctor said, "You are done running, my friend." He said, "Your days of running are over. If you want to continue to have decent health and not destroy your vertebrae and your knees." So I do not run anymore, except for when I have to go to my doctor's office and do that once a year treadmill torture. He turns on the torture machine. He turns on the treadmill, and then it starts off fast, and then he turns it on really fast, where you have to run really fast and hard, and he's clocking you and talking to you at the same time. And I feel like I did a little better this year than last year. Last year afterwards, I think it took me about 25 minutes to recover and a bunch of glasses of water. This time he said I was able to run 4 seconds longer before I told him to turn the machine off. And I recovered much faster this time, probably in about 7 or 8 minutes. So that's good, and I attribute that to all my walking at Disneyland and California Adventure. All of this walking I do, anywhere from 2.5 to 5 miles. And then if we're here all day, it's more like 10 miles. So I feel like all this walking I'm doing, this exercise walking between attractions at Disneyland, has been good for my health. Oh, Manny, I'm so sorry about your knee. That's cool that you're an amateur ranked tennis player. I played tennis when I was in high school, not on the team, just with friends, and we thought we were pretty good. We played tennis, at least 3 times a week. We play like for several hours on the weekend and for a couple hours in the evenings, and I thought I was pretty decent playing against my friends, some of which were really good athletes, like football and baseball players. And then I started dating this girl in college who said, "Oh yeah, I play tennis." She goes, "Yeah, I've been playing tennis for a number of years, and I even had a coach and everything." And she said, "Let's go play tennis." And so I said, "Okay." So we went over to the local tennis court, and oh my gosh, she was playing a different game than me. She just destroyed me. I couldn't even return hardly any of her serves. And she could just put the ball wherever she wanted. She had me running all over the court. She hit me with the ball. She was just really dominating me on the tennis court. After about 30 minutes, I'm like, "I'm done. You're too good. I had no idea. You are a real tennis player, and I am a hack. I am never playing tennis again with you." And I never did. Here we are, Big Thunder Mountain, my favorite roller coaster here at Disneyland. I like this roller coaster because it's got a beautiful architectural environment where it's been designed to look like Utah, up in the rocks and kind of like Arches National Park. It's got a hoodoo or two. It's got all kinds of awesome rock formations. And the best thing of all is it has some really nice curves, but it does not go upside down. Upside down and me do not go together. Oh, well, we dated for a couple of years, answering Manny here. We dated for a couple of years, and, you know, we were in college, we were young. So, just friends from a distance. Knee surgery. I had knee surgery on my left knee. Chipped my kneecap, and that little piece arthroscopically in there, and take that out. I might go over there today. We'll see. The Incredicoaster. Hello, Tom. This time. Good. Just going back to the chat here, seeing what I missed. Okay, so it's like a weird thing, or you know, down an incline just kills me. You know, like 2 walking sticks. Okay, so I will be here. I wish he was coming. Lizzie and I always used to do Super Bowl Sunday together here at the park. Sorry, Carolyn, if there's a lag. You just have to refresh your app or refresh your browser and just be patient. I was under that rock formation over there and underneath the bridge, so could have been all that. And we're kind of down in the valley of this tower. I think this is supposed to be either a water tower or maybe it's supposed to be pulling ore up out of the mine. Maybe that's it. And then this is like a slough. I think water's supposed to come through here. And then somehow, I don't know the whole workings of mining, but this looks all very legit. It looks very realistic. Oh, and then we've got like tracks down here. I love all these giant gears. You know, they must have had to think of everything. They must do a lot of research because you can't know everything about everything. So when you're going to do an attraction like this, you must have to do a lot of research to make it look authentic. Hello, Benny Build. Welcome. I love the waterfalls too. Anytime you see water features, I just love water features. I mean, this just looks like a classic old Western mining town, doesn't it? So cool. That is so fun. Let's see.
They're more wiggly. They're dips. Like the ones in Indiana.
I wonder if the lag is caused because they have something on like cellular. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn the cellular off here. Okay, I'm gonna turn cellular. I think the Wi-Fi might have been causing some of the lag. Now we're just on cellular. When I see the goat, I should go, bah, or is that a sheep? What kind of noise does a goat make? Kind of like screams in a way. Makes a different noise.
Are your pants dry?
one?
Come on down row 12. Row 12. Yes,
Thank
please.
you. All right, we got row 12.
Partners, for your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside.
All right, as usual,
Sure to watch your kids.
I will be turning the gimbal off and hand holding the camera, so it'll be a little shakier than normal, but that might also make it more realistic. And I will not be replying to the chat during the ride. Too hard to do that. Wait for the train to come into the station. So maybe goats are more like, "Arr." I think that's more like a goat. It's more like a, "Arr." Where sheep are more like, "Arr." Yeah, sheep have like a higher sound register or whatever you call it, higher pitch.
And partners, for your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train, and be sure to watch your kids. If any of you folks are wearing hats or glasses, just remove them, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
The wildest ride in the wilderness. Yeehaw. I love the screams as people go around that dinosaur skeleton. Oh, they started their screams early. All right, we're waiting for our train to come in. I see a train. It's just stopped over there. Interesting. See, we got a stopped train. I wonder if that's our train. They probably stopped it because the other one hadn't left the station yet. I don't see an engineer though. Interesting. Okay, now it's coming in. Let's see, is this gonna be our train? I think so. Yes, it is. Woo-hoo. It is the UB Bold engine. It's the UB Bold engine. Alright, I got a backpack with me today. I think that's not going to fit in the little bag that they provide you, so I'll just have to try to hang on to it down here on the floor. Alright, we are basically handheld now. Gimbal is turned off. And the adventure begins.
And partners, for your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train, and be sure to watch your kids. If any of you folks are wearing hats or glasses, just remove them.
All right, here we go. Woohoo! Utah at Bryce Canyon National Park. You have to look out for the goat with the dynamite. Tried to hold on there, but I got flung to one side. Oh, that was awesome. So fun. So super fun.
Just like that, your dream's moving now.
No worries. Oh, I hear the Disneyland Band.
Oh my God,
Let's see if we can get over there in time.
when I was in it, I could really see the rat. But like, Then I can't promote it forward and back.
It might just be the lake, because I know
Oh, it's very people-y here today. There's a lot of people here already. It is 10:41 a.m., 68 degrees, and we already have a much busier Disneyland park than we had earlier in the week. But it is a Friday, not one of my usual days to come to the park. I love to hear it. They're doing their dancing and playing. Got a nice little crowd around them. Let's see if we can join the crowd. always fun to see
I
Tiana.
love Tiana, great Disney character. Princess and the Frog, great Disney film, right? Now the thing is, I've got a different favorite Disney character. There is just one problem. We don't talk about him.
That was awesome. Disneyland Band. What a way to start the day.
And then they walked.
I know. Love the Disneyland Band. Alrighty, my friends. On for more adventures. We only caught the last part of that Disneyland Band performance, but hey, even a little bit of Disneyland Band performance is always fun. I smell some cooking, probably over here from the River Belle Terrace. Something smells very savory. Oh, it looks like Pirates is closed right now. And I just saw on my app that Indiana Jones is also temporarily closed. So that is limiting our choices of what to do over here. So maybe the Haunted Mansion. We'll try that. It says 35 minutes, but I bet it's only 25 minutes. Seems like Haunted Mansion has been very short wait times. About 10 minutes shorter than what it says on the app or on the sign. I feel like, oh, there's Tiana again. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Tiana is so pretty. I wonder if, well, it seems like to me that when we have the holiday overlay of Nightmare Before Christmas, on the Haunted Mansion, we have much longer wait times. We have much, many more people waiting to get in to see the Haunted Mansion. And then it seems like now that we've gone back to the traditional, original Haunted Mansion, it seems like the wait times are much shorter. Or it could just be that time of the year where wait times are shorter. All right, let's see. We are going to go into the walled queue. Oh my gosh, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news, you guys? Disneyland is now going to be offering the ability to get married here at the Haunted Mansion. In this area, I believe. Or maybe right in front of the castle. I mean, right in front of the Haunted Mansion. That's right. I just read this news yesterday that Disneyland is officially, I think starting this spring, in May maybe, they're going to start offering wedding parties or wedding ceremony opportunities here at the Haunted Mansion, where you'll be able to come with a bride and groom, and I think up to 25. I think it was up to 25. It wasn't, you couldn't bring like 100 people, but it was like a small group, probably the bridesmaids and the groomsmen and parents and stuff like that, and children, and have your wedding right here at the Haunted Mansion. I think right in this garden, maybe out front of the Haunted Mansion too. I didn't quite, they weren't very super specific, at least I didn't read it that way, but it will be at the Haunted Mansion. But it's gonna be pricey. Yes, Manny and Kenny is correct. That's what I read. You have to do the wedding ceremony and get married before Disneyland opens. So it'd be very early in the morning, like 7 o'clock in the morning. I can't remember the exact amount, but I feel like it was something like $15,000 or $25,000, something like that. But they are going to also provide what do you call it? The officiant, the person who actually, like a licensed officiant that can actually do the marriage ceremony for you. And I think they might also be supplying like some type of catering, some type of food. I think. I can't remember everything I read. I read a lot, and so it's hard to remember every fact. Manny and Candy says 60K. I don't know if it was that much. Was it? I don't think it was 60K. I think it was less than that. See if you can Google it and find out the amount.
Like, I've heard her swear, but like, it's just played Cards Against Humanity, and she was saying like that her nieces and nephews.
It would be really fun, but I think it's only for the very well-heeled, wealthy people. Lizzie and I got married on a ship.
Everybody's so nice.
We didn't go way out to sea though. We just went, I think it was like around, just outside Long Beach Harbor in the ocean there. I'm trying to remember the name of that ship company. They had a bunch of ships, and one of the things they offered was, wedding and party events. And so we had our wedding, and we actually got married by the ship's captain, and we had a wedding party of, I want to say, like 150 guests, and all catered and everything like that. It was yummy. It was fun. Lizzie and I were all about water sports back then. Windsurfing and scuba diving and body surfing and all that kind of stuff. So it was appropriate for us to get married on the water on a ship. Okay, thanks, Manny. I appreciate that. Manny says the weddings start as low as $15,000, but can go up to $60,000. Wow.
Right here. Oh, this way.
Yeah, the photos were pretty good.
How funny.
It was fun. I mean, most of the wedding was inside, but we did go outside on the decks for some photos, you know, like wedding photos after we're married and all that kind of stuff. It was fun. It's the Ghost Relations Department, where reservations are accepted. Brought to you by your ghost horse. This is like one of my favorite views of the Haunted Mansion. This walkway from here for about the next 20 feet or so, 25 feet. Hello, Stephen Kenyon. Good to see you, my friend.
Oh, for children?
Oh, that's so cool, thick lady vibes. Your mom and dad got married on the Queen Mary. That's awesome. I've been to the Queen Mary a few times because it's here in Southern California. It's fun. They have a really good restaurant there. At least it was. I haven't been there in years, but they had a really good fancy restaurant, white tablecloth service and all that, called Sir Winston's. And then they have a really amazing bar at the front of the ship on, I don't know what deck it is, but one of the top decks there. And it is a very beautiful, let's see, what era is that? Oh, look, there's hardly any line over there. Anyway, it's a really beautiful, like, sort of like 1930s, late 1920s, early 1930s style bar. Hi. I saw in the news that the Queen Mary 2, I think it is docked up or moored next to the original Queen Mary in Long Beach this week for, I don't know, it came back from, or it's on its way around the whole world, like a 180-day trip or something. And I saw on the news, they showed the two ships side by side. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that bar on the Queen Mary, the original one that's in Long Beach, the one I'm talking about, I think it's like an Art Deco, like late 1920s, early 1930s style of, you know, architecture and design. It's really nice.
Whatever we can do before
It was 90
You're scared.
Yeah, that's true, John Shipley. That's true. But I don't think that the Walt Disney Company wants to have anything associated with real human deaths on their property. So probably a funeral at the Haunted Mansion would not be something in their wheelhouse. But weddings, of course, are a much better celebration.
They have two.
Yeah, look, this whole section over here is not open. Switchbacks. They might open them soon though. I did not. I should have checked this. I should have checked what time we got into the line. But we're already moving pretty fast. Hello everyone, welcome to the Haunted Mansion, where we have 999 guests, but there's always room for one more. Wow, turning my phone around just then, I could see all the water spots all over the phone case and the camera itself, all around the lens from going on Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Good thing I have plenty of alcohol wipes, hand wipes, and lens wipes with me. I can clean that up later. Oh wow, we are just zooming in. There's no way this is 35 minutes. This is maybe 20 minutes, if that. Look at this. This is all empty here. All of the mausoleum queue. Yeah, you could market the. They could have a bidding. They could have a bidding war for that, where people could bid on having a funeral here to be the 1,000th guest, 1,000th ghost guest. I know there would be some rich people that would probably want to do that, and they would probably bid tons of money. But I think it's more fun with the fantasy than having the reality of something like that. It's rare that you see all these switchbacks here so empty. Wow. Here is the human graveyard. Earlier we passed by the pet cemetery, and this is the human cemetery. We have Francis Xavier, no time off for good behavior, rest in peace. That's funny. And of course, the owner of the house, Master Gracie, laid to rest. No mourning, please, at his request, just farewell. We're just flying in here. I don't know how long this has been, but it feels like it's only been like 15 minutes. Definitely under 20. Okay, when we enter the stretching room, or the ante-room, the room before the stretching room, we will not be, or I will not be speaking, because I don't want to disturb the other guests. We want to be respectful of the other guests. I will also be I will also be hiding the chat from myself, because the chat's like in, you know, bright white letters, and I don't want any bright white letters to disturb anybody. And I'll be turning my brightness on the phone all the way down so that this will not disturb anybody. So you guys can chat amongst each other, and our wonderful mods, Haunted Minnie, Tiffany Johnson, Manny Uncanny, and Main Street Paul, and whatever other mods I missed that are here today will be taking care of the chat, keeping everything safe and G-rated. So I will leave you in their capable hands. Ooh, whale watching would be amazing. I have never gone whale watching. You got to take lots of pictures and some video of that. Okay, here we go. Hiding the chat now from myself, but you guys will still see the chat. You'll be able to interact on the chat with each other. And now, turning down my brightness. All right, I will stop talking now.
Almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. This dismaying observation, this chilling challenge.
boats will materialize. Only if you remain safely seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside and watch your children, please.
Para susunod, permanis ka sentado y mantenga las manos en esos pies y piernas dentro. Y cuide a los pequeñitos y ahora prepárese.
Awaken the spirits with your tambourine. Creepies and crawlies, toads and puns. Let there be music from regions beyond. Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.
Heavy horns have received your sympathetic vibrations and are beginning to materialize. They're assembling for it, swinging vibrations. Don't be expecting me. I'll see you all a little later. Rise and don't try to hide.
Or a silly spook may sit by your side.
Disguise. Pretend to terrorize. Bring the ghost out to socialize.
Now I will raise the safety bar, and it goes
Please exit by stepping away from the car.
Tourists come to Disneyland. Please exit out to your left and watch your step.
Fantastic. Let's see if we got any new merch here.
I mean, when you wear neon red, I should get it.
I love this headband. This is super cool. Ooh, that's a really cool shirt. Madame Leota and the Bride and the Hat Box. The Hat Box Ghost. That's awesome. With a giant gargoyle. Very cool. Love it. I've seen this before. This is beautiful. It has the pattern from the wallpaper on it. Whoa, Haunted Minnie, that's awesome. 2 days until California Adventure is 25 years of age. That is pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna post up over here for a moment and see what the ride time is looking like. Let's see, I think in about 15 minutes we're gonna have the, let's see what we got here. Big Thunder Mountain, Buzz Lightyear. Casey Jr. is only 5 minutes today, wow. Dapper Dan's at 12:15. Bootstrappers, I think somebody said, maybe Manny Uncanny or somebody said, we're gonna have the Bootstrappers around 11:30 or so. Let's see, I don't see them here. No, nothing there. I would like to see the Bootstrappers. Oh, looks like Indiana Jones is back up, 25 minutes. Let's see, it's only just now 11:16, so they probably haven't started with the, they probably haven't started giving out the lanyards for single rider over at Indiana Holmes. Indiana Jones. Yeah, I don't see the Bootstrappers listed here, but maybe you're looking on the website, which is different than the app, so maybe it has more detail. It's tempting to go on Indiana Jones. I'm gonna walk over that way and check it out. Oh, that's why they have the DCA bucket. I haven't seen what it looks like. Can you describe the DCA bucket, what it's gonna look like? It feels quiet right here. Oh, it looks like they might have opened Pirates by now. I see the doors are open over there. Let's see, so 2 more days. So that means we're talking about Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, right? That'll be the 25th anniversary of California Adventure. See, today is what, the 8th? I think. No, the 8th is Sunday. Today's the 6th. So on the 8th, that is the 25th anniversary of DCA? Because I will be here on the 8th. I will be Super Bowl Sundaying my way through Disneyland, and if it's the 25th anniversary of DCA, hi.
Hey!
I will certainly be there as well. I wonder if they're gonna have any special party or some kind of a cavalcade or a parade, because we've got the Lunar New Year parade right now, which is beautiful. Be interesting to see if they're gonna do something special performance-wise. We are cruising over here into Indiana Jones. Now says 30 or 35 or something. 35. Hi, can I have a single rider lanyard?
Of course you are.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. I got the single rider. All right, Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Coming up right here. Adventure begins now. Yay. So I'll be here on Super Bowl Sunday, enjoying the 25th anniversary of DCA. Here we go. Down, down, down into the depths of the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, where you must not look into the eye of the idol. That would be bad, very bad. All right, we have made it to the single rider queue. Got actually quite a few people in line for single rider queue, which is unusual. Normally there's hardly anybody here, one or two people. What a cool grandma. Christian Rodriguez, your grandma took you here. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, we just wait here. Yeah, they'll call us. We wait at this little rope and then they mix us in.
Okay, so same like that.
I remember a long time ago when Lizzie and I used to come to Disneyland in DCA for Super Bowl Sunday. Hardly anybody came to Disneyland back then. Everybody was watching Super Bowl Sunday, except for some moms and kids. But we would go over to the Disneyland Hotel, and then you could watch the Super Bowl Sunday over there. They had like some big screen TVs. I think it was in like a bar or restaurant or something, or the lobby. I don't remember exactly. But we'd go over there and watch a little bit, like watch part of the game and then come back to the park. This is before you could really record things. You used to have to record things on videotape to watch a game. Now, of course, you can just set your digital streaming device, your Apple TV or your whatever kind of device you have, and you can set it to record, whether you have Hulu or Disney Channel, whatever it might be. You can set it to record the game now, so you don't need to worry about seeing it live during the actual game, during game time. Tiffany Johnson, thank you. You're very helpful too. All you guys in the chat are so sweet and kind and helpful, and helping us all learn as much as we can about every a lot of stuff happened in the 90s. The Indiana Jones and the Temple. Thank you. Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye attraction, where we are right now, used to be a parking lot, small parking lot.
You see the excellence of this invention? Your off-road journey
and then they built this where the parking lot was.
Going over rough and rugged terrain, and then suddenly you are turning sharply and dropping suddenly. It is unlike anything you have ever experienced, I assure you. Now, my friends, one final word of advice. Once you've entered the chamber of destiny, look not into the eyes of the idol. That would be dangerous. Very dangerous. Well, my friends, your moment is drawing near. Already I am envious of the wonders that await you. If you avoid the eyes of Mara, that is.
I'm actually really perfectly happy to stand in the queues. I wouldn't want to go ahead of people. I don't even buy lightning lanes except for once a year when I have my daughters with me. I like hanging out with everybody else, just like a normal person, because that's what I am. I'm just a normal person, just a regular normal guest.
Our newsreel camera follows Dr. Jones as he enters the temple. 1 week later, and still no Indiana Jones. Could Jones himself have locked eyes with the idol? Or will he solve the riddle of the lost tourists? When and if he does, Eye on the Globe will be there.
Garrett, well, thank you for that comment. You know, it's always easier to turn a frown into a smile. You just have to turn it upside down. So I come here for all of the happy vibes and all of the cool feels that we get from all these experiences and these attractions. I mean, this is such a magical place. You know, they talk about the pixie dust, and it is totally true.
And to keep you safe and sound, here are special belts attached into the seats. Simply pull it from the right, inserting it into the left, like so. You see the excellence of this invention? Your off-road journey is high-speed and turbulent, going over rough and rugged terrain, and then suddenly you are turning sharply and dropping suddenly. It is unlike anything you have ever experienced, I assure you. Now, my friends, one final word of advice. Once you have entered the chamber of destiny, look not into the eyes of the idol. That would be dangerous.
I love this workshop or office, whatever it is, Indiana's little temple dig office. I just want to stand there and just look at it for like a long time, but you gotta keep the line moving. Wow, we are moving so quick. This is no way a 35-minute line. This looks like maybe 15 or 20 minutes. Well, of course, I forget that I am in single rider. I guess if you're in standby line, it's going to be longer. The single rider is just moving along here really quick. Look at this, there's like nobody ahead of us. It's wild.
Greetings, my friend.
Greetings, my friends.
Single rider, they're calling.
Excuse me. Thank you. No big deal. I love her polka dot outfit. That's so cute. She's all ready for Valentine's Day.
Row 1.
Row 1? Alright, we're in row 1. Oh, I'm gonna be behind the steering wheel. That'll be tricky. I've got my hat cinched down around my chin. What's happening? Oh, these guys are coming out this way for some reason. They needed to use the elevator, so they came out towards us instead of away from us. Let's see if I can get this backpack in here.
Are you there? Come in. Splendid. You have only to check your seat straps. Buckle up tightly now.
I think you have mine. We gotta go from right to left. There we go.
Thank you.
All right, my friends, our adventure begins. I will not be talking during the ride, but I may be yelping and hollering. Enjoy the adventure.
Hello. Oh, my friends. The brakes may be needing a little adjustment, but easy on the curves.
The treasure of Mara, glittering gold. It is your path now.
snakes. You guys are on your own.
Next time, you wear blindfolds, okay?
Friends, I celebrate your arrival. If you drank too much from the fountain of youth, we will be happy to assist you with strollers. But please, stay seated until your transport comes to a complete stop.
Another successful trip through the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. I don't think we lost a single soul. Alright, we enjoyed Astro Blaster, Haunted Mansion, Astro Blaster, Big Thunder Mountain, Haunted Mansion, and now Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Pretty good start to the day. I think the first time we ever went on this ride was when Lizzie was working for Disney Feature Animation, and they had a special Disney employee night where the park closed early and it was just Disney employees. So there was hardly any lines for anything, because even though there's a lot of Disney employees, it's not nearly as many coming to a special event like that as there is paying guests in the daytime. So we got to come right through this, just like these people are walking here now. We were just walking through that fast. And man, we were blown away by how incredible this attraction is. Nothing like it at that time on the planet. Such an amazing sort of recreation or reimagining is a better way to say it. Reimagining of Indiana Jones movies, character, experiences, temple, and of course, most of all, the excitement, the thrills. Oh, it looks pretty busy now. A lot of people, very people-y. That's got to be maybe 40-minute wait time now. We'll have to see when we get up here. It's always good to take a look at the standby line and see where it is in the queue, and then check the wait time so that you can kind of just visually gauge in the future what a wait time might be like based on how many people you see in the queue.
We're gonna head all the way up the house. Right here. Just head all the way up the house.
Is it on the right?
Let's see. It currently says 45 minutes. I was close. I thought maybe 40 minutes. It says 45. Pretty great. Let's see what our wait time is for Jungle Cruise. Let's see here. Jungle Cruise is currently 10 minutes. I think that'd be fun to do. Gotta hit the Jungle Cruise. Never get enough Jungle Cruise. Oh, look at this little bicycle. That's cool.
We now present a great moment in Jungle Cruise history.
Yeah, Lizzie and I looked a little bit at somebody, I don't remember who it was, that was live streaming Sweetheart Night. What do they call it? The Tomorrowland stage, the dance floor, and people were dancing. Looked kind of fun. Andy Radu, that's so kind of you. This is great. When nobody's in line here, then you know you're gonna have a short wait time. We're just all on the first floor today. Welcome everyone, welcome. Welcome to Disneyland. My favorite place on earth for wholesome entertainment, thrills and chills, and excitement of every kind. A wonderful family-friendly experience. Okay, answering Andy, does Lizzie like counted cross stitch? I'm not exactly sure what that is. Is that where you have like a stretched fabric like on a hoop and then you stitch up and down and create designs? Is that what that is? If that's what that is, yes, she likes, I like it. I think it's really awesome. I love that. My aunts and even my uncles used to do that when I was a kid. But she doesn't do cross stitch. She just does crochet. Hello, Ace Snoopy. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. It's always good to see Ace Snoopy 32. Such a nice guy. Such a great streamer. Okay, going back, Thick Lady Vibes. Let's see if I can find your message. I don't think I can scroll back fast enough.
Come on down, come on down.
How many here?
One.
Don't worry, I don't bite.
I should right in the middle, actually.
All right.
You want me here or there? Yeah, right in the middle.
I spit a lot. After all water, right? But we knew that getting on here, right? In case anyone didn't know, boat, water right, cover now. Everybody
Placed
knows
in the
those.
middle box, which is good because now I can
Squeeze
see
on
our
in there, folks.
skipper.
Everyone is sit exactly
Skipper
where your
Paul.
boat loaders tell you to, okay? It's called preferred seating. You sit where we prefer. I know everyone prefers the best seat in the house. I'm gonna disappoint you here, but this is the boat. Best seat in the boat, though, it's where you're sitting, so stay there.
Skipper Paul has a very respectable beard. I can never grow a beard.
Folks, take a seat, bend your knees, like
Looks all
gravity, take over.
splotchy.
And
This looks awesome.
we're out of here. All right, wave goodbye to everybody on the dock. We'll see them in 3 weeks.
We'll see
Never
you
again,
in 3
whichever
weeks.
one comes first. All right, everybody, here we go. Welcome aboard the world famous Shovel Cruise. I am Paul. I'll be your skipper.
Here we go.
For your safety, keep all hands, arms, feet, legs, everything all the way inside the boat, inside those railings. Remain seated. That includes no musical chairs, no sliding around, no swapping seats. Make sure little ones stay seated on their bottoms and just watch out for your little ones. I won't. Now, oh, great. I thought we missed it. That is our first sign of danger. No, this is still on. Sign of danger! Okay, I'm calling that awkward silence. Never mind. I'll keep talking to myself. Now, that is extremely dangerous. Look at that. That is our first sighting of wildlife. All I'm going to say is this. The little ones are the most dangerous. They're going to latch on you for 18 to 25 years and leave you dry. More like 40 to 50 if you ask me, but that's just me. Sorry. Now, on the left, though, that is a Bengal tiger. They jump about 20 feet. We're 15 feet away. He'll jump right over us. And speaking of tigers, right there, that is concrete evidence of something really cool up ahead. So whatever you do, don't blink. Seriously, don't blink. You want to make sure it's cemented into your memory. Because here we go into a pool of Indian elephants. So go ahead, take as many pictures as you want. It's perfectly safe. They all have their trunks on. Oh, what is it? We're just going to move on then. Now right there, that's Bertha. She's been taking that shower for too long. I mean, look at that. She's coming right. She's in the top too long. Okay, everyone is clear. This is a water ride, right? The silence is so reassuring. Folks, you're really going to hate this. This is a water ride out of straight from the herd. So duck! Goose. Told you we're going to hate it. Don't worry, though. We're fine. We are totally safe. We are in absolutely no danger. Okay. Let me rephrase that. This was a safari camp. Was being a keyword. Now it's a lot of monkey business. So, do me a favor, everybody. Do me a favor. Take a look on the left. Please, just look to the left. That is amazing, isn't it? Look at that. You're looking at absolutely nothing. Some of you are still looking at nothing. Okay. Well, straight ahead, though, that is something. That is beautiful. Let's go through it. In 3, 2. I'm kidding. Oh,
Come on,
you don't believe me? You're in denial.
He's a good skipper.
Okay, that there is the second most dangerous elephant in the jungle, the African bull. But now they are extremely rare. You are never going to see another one ever again. No matter how hard you try, no matter where you look. That is a giant anteater, okay? That is amazing. Oh, here we go. We're heading into the African belt. Now, this area is home to many different animals. I can name every single one. We've got some zebras, some gazelles, some really tall cheetahs. Okay, fine. I don't know what those are. They must be new. Does anyone know what the big tall things in the back are? Trees. Those are trees. And be careful, they're shady. The family of lions, though, they are watching over a sleeping zebra, and he really does look dead tired. So we're going to let him rest in peace that... Oh. Well, that's embarrassing. Folks, that's Skipper Felix, okay? He's brand new. Obviously. All I gotta say is this. Yesterday, I'm sure you had no limbs. Already grown 20. Bobby's amazing, right? Now, we are turning this corner into a pool of hippo. Don't even bother asking me what it was before this. I couldn't tell you. I will say this, though. We're totally fine. Absolutely safe. Nothing's gonna happen to us as long as they don't start to blow bubbles or wiggle their ears, which almost never happens. So we're just gonna talk about that later. Well, funny story. It's later. Everyone cover your ears and skip away. This is gonna be loud.
you, undamaged, in mint condition, still in the box. Seriously, it's just sitting right over the... Wait, here we side. Water! Woo! Kind of a faucet. Let's try this though, it's a little easier. Look to the right. The front side of rock. Sediment. Sediment. Okay, well, we tried. You know, the only reason I pointed that out is because most people take it for granted. I know, it's really rock solid in my opinion. I say it's one of our bolder attractions. Pretty honestly, it really is just a bowl in a tree. Hissing. First comes love, then comes asphyxiation. Really constricting the He's not in right now. He said something about gathering supplies. Honestly, I wasn't even paying attention. All I heard was, you know, people listen, the last thing you'll see, let's face it, the only thing you've been waiting for since you got is my vote. The return to civilization. Now there is good news and bad news here. The good news is, yay, you get to be free of me. The bad news is, I don't. I know, you're so lucky. Now up here, this is going to get confusing, okay? There are two docks. You have a dock on the left and a dock on the right. So we call paradox around here. So keep all hands, arms, feet, legs, everything all the way inside the boat here. All the way inside on both sides. Trust me, you don't want to get trapped in a paradox. That is a very bad idea. So don't do it. I know, it's a lot of peer pressure, I'm sorry. But folks, speaking of peer pressure, get out. Sorry, that's rude, please get out.
Thank you. That was so fun. I love the Jungle Cruise. The Jungle Cruise is the best. And Paul was a really good skipper. He was very funny. I liked him.
Yeah, it's very like moved out of the like royal hospitality.
All right, I think it's time to have a little snack. Hello, my friends. This is one of my favorite places to eat right here. I am at the Enchanted Tiki Lounge Terrace right here at the sort of entrance to Adventureland. All right, let's see. It's probably a good time to charge the battery. What are we at? 50%? Yeah. It is battery charging time. All right, let's charge this cell phone up so we don't run out of the electricity juice. There we go. The all-important alcohol wipes. I like this better than soap. I'm not a total germaphobe, but I do like to keep clean mitts. You know, you're touching all the handrails and just everything, you know. So alcohol wipes are super great for getting the germies off before you eat or after you use the restroom. I always keep a big supply of these with me. All right. I am trying to eat a little bit more consciously, where normally I just eat whatever. I'm trying to eat a little bit more consciously. So I actually brought my own sandwich that I made myself this morning. Actually, these glasses are a little bit smudgy. I think I might have to use an alcohol wipe on eyeglasses. not all alcohol wipes are created equal. These are super, super wet. So they can do double duty. They're almost a little too wet for eyeglasses and camera lenses. Oh yeah, they're very wet. Hopefully I'll dry quickly. Yeah, so I actually went and stopped off at Trader Joe's and bought some very good ham and turkey, and I found some really interesting bread, some kind of a brown bread that is super yummy. And so I am going to eat that. And I brought a bottle of water. So I was getting tired of drinking soda all the time. I drank a lot of Coke Zero here. But maybe water is a little better for me today. Trying to get my phone activated here. Here's a good trivia question for you guys that are into trivia. Who was the man who was the voice of Shere Khan, the tiger, in the Jungle Book? Do you know? This is yummy ham and turkey with some cheese. Ooh, Sebastian Cabot would have been a very good guess. I used to love Sebastian Cabot. He was the butler on Family Affair, that old TV series. No, the answer is George Sanders did the voice of Shere Khan following a distinguished 36-year career as an actor, where he played Thomas Ayton in Disney's In Search of the Castaways. He did pass away in 1972. The classy Ella got it. Okay, in the movie, The Lady and the Tramp, the original animated feature film, The Lady and the Tramp, who was the man that voiced the tramp? Oh yeah, Haley Mills was really a great little actress as a child and later on as an adult. Larry Roberts is correct. Who answered that? Andy Radu. Larry Roberts, yep. Okay. Also associated with that question, what was the name of the original book that inspired the movie Lady and the Tramp? Anybody know the name of the original book that inspired The Lady and the Tramp? Okay, the book that inspired the Disney animated film, The Lady and the Tramp, was titled Happy Dan and the Whistling Dog. That was the original book. Later on, that book was added to, rewritten, and became The Lady and the Tramp book.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, here's a good one. What was the first Disney feature animated film, full-length film, to receive a PG rating? Almost all of Disney films have been G-rated until more recently. But there was one film that Disney made, animated, feature-length, that got a PG rating. Who knows? Not Snow White, no. Not the black hole. Close, though. Ah, very good. Who got that? Versatech Gaming got it. That is right. It was a Black Cauldron. And it got a PG rating because of the scariness of the character who was the villain, the Horned King. The Horned King was a super scary villain. And at least for that time, right? We have to remember when that was. I think that was Black Cauldron 1985. It was and then it was released on video tape in 1998, and then DVD in 2000, and then again in 2010 for its 25th anniversary. What was Winnie the Pooh's original name? This is a little tricky one. His original name is introduced by his author, A.A. Milne, at the beginning of the book. Exactly. Versatech Gaming got it again. Edward Bear. However, in the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh cartoon, he is introduced as something other than Edward Bear and other than Winnie the Pooh. What is he introduced as by the narrator? Edward Bear is the original correct name, but then in the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, he was introduced by the narrator by another name. And it was not Winnie the Pooh, and it was not Edward Bear. Ah, I've stumped you. It was Edwin Bear. In the animated film, The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the narrator introduces him as Edwin Bear. So neither Edward nor Winnie the Pooh. Of course, later they call him Pooh Bear and Winnie the Pooh. Who knows that? Andy Rideau has a good question. What's with the name Mr. Sanders on the door? Who knows? I used to know this, but now I've forgotten. I read it once. So Pooh lived under that door, under that tree, right? The prior resident of the house where Pooh now lives was Mr. Sanders. There you go. Artemis got it. Okay, this is a more difficult one here, guys. Hopefully you saw Hercules, because Lizzie worked on that one. Feature animated film, Disney's feature animated film, Hercules. In that movie, the heroine, the hero, female hero, the heroine, was named Megara. M-E-G-A-R-A, Megara. How did Disney come up with that name, Megara? How did Disney come up with the name Megara for the heroine in their feature animated film Hercules? Oh, look what I have for dessert. Girl Scout cookies. Ha 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 ha. Yes, Andy. Greek gods, but you gotta be more specific. Versatech Gaming is correct. According to Greek mythology, Hercules married Megara of Thebes. That would be like the city of Thebes. And although he was devoted to her and their children, he was a devoted husband, he had a fit of madness. Hercules went mad, crazy for a while. And in a fit of madness, inflicted upon him by Hera, Hera is another Greek god, Hercules slaughtered his family. That's terrible. So obviously Disney did not want to follow too close to the original Greek mythology, so they changed the story to make it a little bit kinder and friendlier and more fun for us. Okay, in Disney's feature animated film, their original, very first feature animated film, Snow White, at the end of the film, Snow White kisses each of the 7 dwarfs except for one, which is the dwarf of the 7 dwarfs that she does not kiss. Nope, not grumpy. Not bashful. Yep. Versatech Gaming got it again. Sleepy. Classy Ella got it also. And so did Andy Radu. The reason he's not included is because that particular scene was at the end of the production. They were on a time schedule. And when the prince scoops up the dwarfs, he can only scoop up 3 at a time because of the length of his arms. They didn't want to make it look really weird and all of a sudden his arms get all stretchy, because that's not the kind of film that Snow White was. They were trying to go more for real proportions and real movement, not the rubber band type of arms that could stretch forever, right? Like they used to use an older style of animation, like we see Roger Rabbit do. And especially if we go to Roger Rabbit's cartoon Spin, at the very end his arm goes out really, really long. They don't want to do that in Snow White. So he could only scoop up 3 dwarfs at a time. and there was no room in his arms for a fourth dwarf. So when he scooped up one and she kissed him, and they scooped up the other and kissed him, there was one left out. And they kind of maybe didn't realize it at first. And then when they kind of saw it afterwards, they went, "Ooh, if we had had more time and could have done something different, we would have included Sleepy." So it was not intentional. They didn't intentionally leave Sleepy out. It was just a matter of the timing of the production, the timing of the scene, the limitations of the arms of the prince, all that kind of stuff. This is a really hard one, guys. In Cinderella, there are several mice. I think two of the lead ones are like Susie and Perla. Name as many of the mice in Cinderella, the original animated feature film by Disney. Name as many of the mice as you can. Okay, Tiffany, thanks for stopping by and helping out. Appreciate you. Bye-bye. See how the wait times are doing here. Disneyland wait times. Gus, let's see. Man, I'm wearing these new glasses and they are messing up my eyes. Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is not one of them. But they were awfully mighty pulling that carriage, right? Oh my gosh, I think you got them all, Artemis. Susie, Perla, Jack, Gus, Mary, Bert, Mert, and Luke. You got them. Fantastic. Artemis got them all. I didn't think you would. I couldn't remember them all. I had to look them up. Okay, this is a tough one. This is more technical. Maybe for the more techie people in the chat, maybe for the photographers. Which films, which Disney feature animated films, again, we're talking about the feature-length animated films, which ones did Disney make, or shoot, however you want to say it, in 70 millimeter Technorama? Which Disney films were made in 70 millimeter Technorama? So most films are made in 35 millimeter film, even digitally today. Now that we don't have to use film, we can use digital professional video cameras. They usually shoot in 35 millimeter aspect, well, 35 millimeter frame size forget about the aspect ratio. But 70 millimeters, twice as big. That's twice as much film, right? 35 millimeters like this big, approximately. 70 millimeters like that big. Huge. Not Toy Story. We're talking about way back. Way back. And Toy Story, of course, was made digitally in a computer. So we're talking about running film through a camera. Which two Disney feature animated films were made in 70 millimeter Technorama? Sleeping Beauty is one, that is correct. Versatech Gaming and a Classy Ella, and there's one, and Black Cauldron. A Classy Ella got that one, so Classy Ella got both of them. Very good, very good. Earlier, before that, Disney had pioneered, I don't know if they invented it. I don't think they invented it. I think they just took advantage of it. They pioneered another widescreen film technology that a lot of other films later on, live action films from all different studios used. And what was that called? They used it on a film in 1955. What was the name of the film? Not Technorama, but something else. And what film did they use it on? There's a few films, but there's one that you would know and the others you probably wouldn't know. Okay, Versatech, go ahead. Yeah, true. Not Technicolor. So we had Technorama. Technicolor is another film format and another film process, but not Technicolor. And not Panorama. Boy, you guys you're naming them all. There's one that was really famous, very expensive to use. CinemaScope, a Classy Ella got it. That is correct. CinemaScope. And what film did they use CinemaScope on? I can tell you the year. It was released in 1955. That is correct. Lady and the Tramp was the feature film that Disney released using CinemaScope, which is really beautiful. If you've ever seen any films using CinemaScope, it's gorgeous. Even before that, they released some shorts, which I don't even really remember these, but I have them written down here. There was a short called Toot, Whistle, Punk and Boom. Toot, Whistle, Punk and Boom in 1953, and they also used CinemaScope in that, I think, as a test to see if it would be good for the feature. It's getting chilly over here. See, what's the temperature? It's now 69 degrees, but I'm here in the shade on an elevated deck, and it's a little chilly because I'm getting a little breeze here. Okay, our final trivia question. If you think about Snow White, Cinderella, lots of the Disney feature animated films. Feature animated films is the key here. So not the shorts, feature animated films. Most of them were inspired by European fairy tales, or maybe other books too. What was the first Disney feature animated film that was an original story? Original story written by Disney writers. Battery's down. Whoa, our battery is not charging. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't have it plugged in all the way. All this time, my battery was not charging. Not Dumbo. Not Toy Story. Not Percy Jackson. Not Peter Pan. That is correct. Who got that? Artemis 722 got it right. The Lion King. The Lion King was the very first feature animated film. And also Ace Ventura got it. Very first feature animated film that was developed, and the story was developed by the Disney Feature Animation Department in the Disney studio. So they had writers and artists together developing that story. So it was developed within Disney Feature Animation. Original story, first one. Pretty fun, huh? All right, that was a yummy little lunch there. So different from what I'm usually eating. I'm usually just eating whatever I can find that has a short line here. Oh, that is very cool. Voice actors are so amazing. Yes, Walt Disney was the first to voice Mickey Mouse. That is correct. Let me see, I'm trying to figure out where I can put this now. Now that I have to have my phone charging. Let's see, I'm gonna get a trash can. I'm gonna throw my trash away. All right, I hope you guys had fun with that. I love Disney trivia. I love trivia in general. I love little factoids, you know, about everything and anything. Wow, we're getting some cloud cover. It's getting cooler here. It's 69 degrees, which is the high for the day, but it feels cooler than that because now we have a lot of overcast sky. And there's a breeze blowing through here. It's a beautiful day at Disneyland. A beautiful day for us. A beautiful day for the Matterhorn. An Astro Orbiter too. 12:30. Let's see. Where shall we go next? Let me stop here and check my app again. Let's get it to refresh, get some new wait times. Oh my gosh, Alice in Wonderland is only 15 minutes. And you guys know I love Alice in Wonderland. So I am heading over there. I can never get enough Alice in Wonderland. I loved the book, Alice in Wonderland, when I was a little kid. I think I made my sisters read it to me over and over again. And then I love the attraction here of Alice in Wonderland. And of course, the movie is very fun. I love the White Rabbit, and I love the Mad Hatter, and the Cheshire Cat. On my other channel, Storytime with Indiana Holmes, we actually did read Alice in Wonderland, the original book. And it was very fun. I loved it. When I was a kid, I mean, I had my sisters, and probably my mom too, but mostly my sisters, because they were older than me, read to me like the children's book of Alice in Wonderland, but that's much shorter than the actual novel. So we read the novel on my other channel. It was really fun. All right, heading over to Alice in Wonderland. It's always fun to revisit the original, older Disney films. Alice in Wonderland, Sleeping Beauty. The Rescuers Down Under's a fun one I like. There's so many though. I'm a little partial to the ones my wife worked on. But some of the newer ones from back in the 90s and early 2000s were amazing. Beauty and the Beast, I mean, boy, it doesn't get better than that, right? Beauty and the Beast is so great. I've seen every Beauty and the Beast production. The play, the television series of Beauty and the Beast, some really old movies about Beauty and the Beast. There's just been so many, but nothing beats the Disney feature animated Beauty and the Beast. The live action TV series was really good, but again, I prefer the feature animated film. All right, we are flying in here. Look at this, it's a short line. Amazing. It's pretty light for a Friday, really. Especially Friday after 12:30. I have not been to Tokyo Disneyland. That is a dream. It would be very fun. I've never been to Japan. Little Mermaid's awesome too. I do love Little Mermaid. You know, it's hard to pick one and make it your favorite because they're all so good in all their own different ways. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Big Ferris's Garage. You've never been on Alice in Wonderland? Well, you are in for a treat here, my friend. We'll probably be up to the front in 15 minutes or less, and we will be on Alice in Wonderland. What's really cool about it is it makes you feel like you've fallen down the rabbit hole, and you're going down, down, and you're getting smaller and smaller, just like Alice. It's really cool. And then, of course, all the characters are there. From the White Rabbit to the Cheshire Cat to the Queen and the King and the guards that are made of cards and all that kind of stuff. It's very fun. Yeah, I try to go on Alice in Wonderland as often as I can. So if the line is really long, let's say 30, 35 minutes or longer, I won't stand in line. Especially if it's a hot sunny day. But in winter, the sun is, much further that way. So this attraction's outdoor queue stays in the shade more. In the summer, the sun is, sort of over here, and then this queue is in the sun like most of the day. So I always try to go on this attraction if the line is short and if it's in the shade. And we're in the shade now, so it's perfect. Oh, Treasure Planet's awesome. Yeah, Lizzie worked on that one too. Yeah, we got to go to all the movie premieres of all the movies she worked on, and even some that she didn't work on. Like, I remember we went to the Toy Story movie premiere. Oh my gosh, that was so amazing. And she didn't work on Toy Story, but it was such a big deal for Disney and for Disney feature animation because it was the first fully computer animated film, even though it was done by Pixar, which at that time was not a Disney company. It was owned by Steve Jobs of Apple Computer at that time. But they had made a financial deal with Disney for Disney to pay for the making of the movie, and Pixar would make the movie. And then they got a split of profit. I think Pixar got 25% of the profit from Toy Story, and Disney got 75%. And then with each successive each successive or following sequel, Pixar got more and more and more until finally Disney essentially bought Pixar from Steve Jobs. They merged the Disney feature animation with Pixar and it became part of Disney. I agree, Benny Builds. It was an awesome era. Yes, I agree, Joseph. I want those too. Pirates 6, Incredibles 3, that would be super fun.
Oh yeah? That's my favorite track.
Oh, that's a nice memory that you rode Pirates with your father. I'm sorry he's gone. Jamie Lee Curtis is a really great actress. She's very funny. She's a great comedian, and she can also be a really good serious actress too. In that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, she was awesome. I don't think I've seen the 1985 Alice in Wonderland. Was that a live action one? Because there was the live action one with Johnny Depp, right? I think. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. Wasn't Johnny Depp the Mad Hatter in one of the live action Alice in Wonderlands? Oh yeah, that was the video. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Oh, I love Red Buttons and Sid Caesar. Man, when I was a kid, I wanted to see every film that Red Buttons was in, and I did fall in love with Sid Caesar as well. Such a great comic genius.
Should we go on that one? Come on!
Ah, yes, Johnny Depp was the Mad Hatter. That was a pretty good one. I like that one. And then wasn't Johnny Depp also there's a lot of activity going on here. Wasn't Johnny Depp also Charlie and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory remake? Wasn't that Johnny Depp as well? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh my gosh, Edward Scissorhands. My oldest daughter, and even the younger one, loved Edward Scissorhands so much. In my family, we saw that movie so much when my kids were growing up. And even today, around Christmas time, we like to get together and watch it together. Edward and Edward Scissorhands is so pure and so innocent. It's such a lovely film. I love those old-time actors. Vincent Price and Christopher Lee, for most of their careers, were kind of known for doing lower budget kind of B-movie horror films, or like sort of melodramatic gothic films. But as they got older, they became more respected, and people, other actors and directors that loved them, loved their work, could see through the B movies to see their true acting ability, their skills, wanted them in their big feature films, in their top shelf films. Oh yeah, I love Danny Kaye. Artemis, you know, especially as a child, I just loved actors that were funny in their performances and could sing and dance. And Danny Kaye was one of those triple threats. He was a great actor. He leaned into comedy. He was very physically fit. He could do swashbuckling sword fights and all kinds of incredible acrobatics and action sequences, and he could dance and sing. I mean, yeah, Danny Kaye was top dog for me at a certain point in my childhood. Super talented individual. Such a positive influence too. I don't know Bullwhip Griffin, but I do remember seeing films with Roddy McDowall. Ooh, yeah, young Sean Connery. He was a handsome guy, right? And later became 007. One of the more memorable 007s. An iconic James Bond 007. Laurel and Hardy, again, another favorite of mine. Laurel and Hardy were great. Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy.
Watch your children and keep an eye out for the white rabbit. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga sus manos.
I loved all those early comedic actors in those live-action black and white films like Laurel and Hardy and Of course, Charlie Chaplin was a master of the silent film comedy. If you ever have a chance to see City Lights with Charlie Chaplin, you got to see it. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
And do watch your children. See you in Wonderland. Hola. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga.
That's a pretty name, Laurel. You want me to go front or back or?
You're taking back.
Okay. Hi. All right, we got the greenie. I never get the green one. That's awesome. It's so cool because it's a caterpillar and it's green, two-tone green, a little bit of white. Thank you. All right, down we go into the rabbit hole. Woohoo! Here we go.
Adventures in Wonderland began when all the white rabbit down the rabbit hole. All of a sudden, I fell down.
Looking for the white rabbit? Wow! See for yourself.
Oh, Mr. Rabbit, wait, please.
He went this way. No, that way.
Now this is curious.
This way. Lost perchance? I'm not sure where I am either.
Wait! Don't go away!
By the way, he went this way.
Thinking the rose is red. We planted the white roses by mistake.
And the green she likes them red. This is the white
Her Royal Majesty, the Queen of Hearts, and the King.
Shall we play croquet?
Rule 42, the Queen always wins.
Goodness!
That was so fun. It always goes by too quick though. I wish it was longer. I want more time in that Alice in Wonderland world. All right, we've been having some fun today. We started off with Astro Blasters, thank you. And then we went to Big Thunder Mountain. From Big Thunder Mountain, we went to see the Disneyland Band for a couple of minutes, and then on to Haunted Mansion, and then on to Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, and then on to Jungle Cruise, and then lunch, and now we just had Alice in Wonderland. How awesome is this? This is so cool. I love Disneyland, especially on a day like today where it's just 70 degrees. 70 degrees, a little cloud cover, a little cool, the best.
Bubbles, it's breezy.
It's breezy.
Honey, let's go this way.
You lost her. Uh-oh. Wow, look at this. There's hardly any line at all for the Storybook Canal boats. So great. We get to go through Monstro and see all of the different homes, houses, castles, and lands that inspired so many Disney feature animated films. Ooh, good fun fact, Artemis. Thank you for that. Happy birthday, Vic Ferrari Garage. Yeah, this is the good time to be at Disneyland because the weather's usually not too cold, not too hot. It's usually colder than this though. It's been pretty warm the end of January and the beginning of February. But it's been great. And it seems like we have less park attendance. It seems less busy or less crowded for whatever reason. I think everybody came during the holiday season and now they're waiting for maybe late spring or summer. And this is also sort of seems like maybe it's not an official season, but it sort of seems like this is a refurbishment, attraction refurbishment center season. So we have some attractions that are closed temporarily for a variety of different kinds of refurbishment and then reopen again. This is the express pathway that goes up to Toontown. You can go up here during a parade or a cavalcade or even just on a busy day and cut through here between these two hedgerows and avoid a lot of traffic that are going up the main walkway, which is here. I love seeing the monorail go by the Matterhorn. Such a great sight. Oh, very good. A Classy Ella gave us a little monorail. A little monorail emoji. That's pretty nice. Boy, the Disney artists that paint these boats and so many of the vehicles here are so talented. These boats are so pretty. Storybook Land. There's a duck swimming against the current, right towards the boats. I love the ducks at Disneyland. Disneyland ducks, they just make the park feel even more special. Like, for ducks to decide to make their home at Disneyland, that says something good about Disneyland, right?
My next party, come on in, use the handrails, look good and watch your step. Honey, right across the way on that water side.
Water side.
Watch your step, friends, watch your step, please. Right here on the side, red seat, okay? Big step in, use the handrails, look good and watch your step. No, we're just gonna pass by the water. Alrighty, for my guests on the dock side, please make sure we keep our hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat as we depart our dock. Oh my god.
Oh, there's a duck with ducklings. Look.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Maybe later on. Hello and welcome. My name is Carmen. I'll be your captain and storyteller.
That was pretty cool.
Aurora. For your safety, please remain seated at all times, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat. And please supervise all children so our story doesn't take any unexpected turns. And away we go as we enter the jaws of Monstro the whale, the same whale that swallowed Pinocchio. Don't be alarmed, we're only being transported to a beautiful land called Storybook Land.
See you later, Andy.
Now, if you thought Monstro was scary, take a look on over towards our left-hand side. You'll see the cave with a big round hole. Luckily, the three little pigs live across the way, and a house full of straw, a house full of sticks, and a house made of guaranteed wolf-proof. Just around
They
the
are
river
super
bed
awesome.
is a home that belongs to Alice. On a golden afternoon,
I love
she followed a white
miniatures.
rabbit, fell down a rabbit hole all the way down, down, down into Wonderland. But things only got curiouser and curiouser.
It's
Now
London
that's
Park.
Your cup of tea. On our right-hand side is London Park. For Peter Pan, Wendy, and the darling children flew over on their way to Neverland, so they never, ever had to grow up. One jump ahead is the city of Agrabah, where a street rat named Aladdin bumped into Princess Jasmine at the marketplace. Even though they were from two different worlds, they quickly fell in love. And with a little help of the genie, they were able to get married and live happily ever after in the Sultan's palace. As we sail underneath the arches, the same arches that Princess Jasmine and Aladdin flew over, sideways, and under, we enter a mysterious but magical cave of wonders. For legend has it, whoever is in possession of the lamp is granted 3 wishes. Let's make a wish and see if it comes true. Over to our right-hand side is Snow White's cottage, where she does live with her 7 doors. In exchange for her kindness, they give her shelter away from an evil fiend. And to her left-hand side is the Blueberry Chateau, where Cinderella used to live with her evil stepmother and stepsisters. Luckily for her, she had a fairy godmother that granted her wish to go to the ball. She now lives happily ever after with Prince Charming all the way at the top in that castle. And over to our left-hand side are the quilted bedded flowers that are inspired by our 1933 Silly Symphony Lullaby Land. Now there's magic everywhere here in Storybook Land thanks to the enchantment of Tinkerbell, which made us a favorite to master storyteller Walt Disney, who helped us create new stories, just like the one up ahead of the Lost Princess dreamed to see the floating lights. And with Flynn Rider right by her side, she was able to achieve her dreams. If you look closely along that brick wall, you'll notice all the wanted signs of Flynn Rider. If you can never get his nose right. Flynn Rider. Up ahead is Mr. Toad's home. Unfortunately, he's unavailable as he's off in Fantasyland on a wild ride to nowhere in particular. And here we have Arendelle, where Anna, Elsa, and their frozen friends, Kristoff, Sven, and Olaf live. If you look closely along the mountains, you can see Elsa's ice palace. And over to our right-hand side is Geppetto's wood carving. One night he made a wish upon a star that his puppet Pinocchio would turn into a real boy. And after Pinocchio saved him from the belly of Monstro the whale, a blue fairy did grant his wish. Finally, to our right-hand side is Prince Eric and Ariel's castle, where they do live happily ever after thanks to her father, King Triton. Now, King Triton does live right across the way, right behind that waterfall. If you take a close enough look, you can see his castle. As our story comes to an end, please remain seated with our hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat. On the count of 3, we will all stand together to balance our boat and exit, but until then, please remain seated.
Alrighty, friends, please remain seated. On the count of 3, we're going to stand and exit. For my guests along the dock side, please make sure we keep our hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat. And on the count of 3, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Please watch your step, friends. We're going to exit out straight ahead. Have a great day, everyone. Watch your step. Use the handrail. Watch your step. Use the handrail.
Thank you.
Big step, guys. Perfect. Watch your step, friends.
What a beautiful boat ride that was. So fun. This is cool. I never noticed this before. It says Alice right here. Isn't this cool? It's like a little garden feature just outside the teacup area and across from the Alice in Wonderland attraction. The teacups, of course, also go with Alice in Wonderland because of the tea party. Yeah, the only problem is I think the rabbits would probably eat the vegetation. And then maybe the vegetation, maybe some of the vegetation is real, but maybe some of it is artificial. And so it could be bad for the rabbits and it could be bad for the vegetation. But it would be fun to have little bunnies. But I guess the problem is you can either have one bunny or you can have like thousands of bunnies. You can't just have 2 bunnies because bunnies have a tendency to multiply very quickly. So that's probably why they don't have any bunnies here. Oh, I see a Disneyland Band marching. Are they marching over to the castle? Could we be lucky enough to see them? Ooh, that would be amazing. I'm gonna try and walk over there quickly. I think they are going to the castle. I think we're gonna be able to catch the Disneyland Band if we hurry. Oh, it's awesome. It's Star Wars Disneyland Band time. Sweet.
Happy Friday, everybody. And as we were marching in there, we were playing the Raiders March from the Indiana Jones films. And it got me thinking, and I love Indiana Jones. Great Disney character, classic Disney character. Yeah. But I always dreamt of being on the high seas with Captain Jack Sparrow and the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yarr! love Belle and the Beast. I mean, they're great Disney characters. You can't go wrong with Belle and the Beast. But I've got a different collection of Disney characters I want to draw some attention to. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader. And speaking of Darth, I mean, powerful, a little bit sinister. We're going to feature our trumpet section throughout this one. Mitch, Miles, Sarah, and Alan. Alan, you're not very sinister. What are we going to say? Taking you to the galaxy far. Oh, wait. One, two.
Certainly isn't.
One, two, three.
Wow, what a spectacular performance. It does not get better than the Disneyland Band. They are the king of bands, the kings and queens of bands. So incredible. Dang, that is one tight band, man. Those guys are the top of the top. Most excellent musicians. Absolutely love the Disneyland Band.
They're almost dry, but it's still
It's Donald. Hello, Donald. My two favorite chipmunks in the world, Chip and Dale. Gosh, it's Goofy. Oh, check it out. It is Walt and Mickey. Walt, oops, sorry. Walt and Mickey. Ah, it's great. I gotta get a picture of this with my still camera, or my other phone, I guess, because it is so great. Sorry guys, I'm taking a picture. That's a cute bunch of kids there. What a cute family. That curly hair, it's so beautiful.
Good job, guys.
I'm just getting my fill here. Okay, I had to get my fill of photos of the partner statue, Walt and Mickey. Oh, that was fantastic, that band performance. Wow, look at the people coming in now. Yeah, they're packing it in now. It's only 1:30, 1:24. It feels busier than that. On a normal day, like when I usually come Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, which is usually going to be a Wednesday, there's not as many people coming in at 1:30. But it is a Friday, so it makes sense. I'm walking right into the sun, so I cannot see my screen. It's like in silhouette. I can't really read the chat right now. I'm gonna go into the Castle Brothers, as I do often, at least once a week, to see if they have any cool new button-down shirts. I think I have the two best Disney button-down shirts they've had in the last year. I've got the blue one with the Mickeys in different costumes, with Mickey in different costumes. And then I finally got that yellow one that has all the different original characters on it. Let's see what we got in here. Yep, I have this one. And then I have a yellow one, which was really difficult to get because they sold out of it here at the park. But I was able to get it on some other website. I forgot the name of it now. Ooh, look, that is beautiful. Disneyland 1955, Mickey Mouse 55. celebrating the opening of Disneyland. Ooh, look at this. I feel like plaid. That's special. Hi. The Cheshire Cat. Ooh, it's Tigger. Well, they didn't have anything new in there that I wanted in terms of button-down shirts, but they had a lot of nice new sweatshirts and other articles of clothing. Always have the most beautiful original merch here at Disneyland and California Adventure. I feel like over at California Adventure, though, they lean a little bit more into Toy Story merch. Not Toy Story merch, I should say Pixar merch, because of Pixar Pier. It's so unusual. It feels unusual to be able to walk through the park down here by the flagpole, because we've either had the winking Mickey jack-o'-lantern here, or we've had the Christmas tree. So for about 6 months or more, that was blocked off for us. But now we are able to do this and walk through and admire all of the beautiful flowers that the Disney gardeners plant for us. Walk across the train tracks here. It's the Disneyland Railroad. Oh, look at this beautiful sight. Disneyland down below us. And the castle from up here on the first landing. I know, it's great when you can just walk around freely like that. The end of this month is the perfect time to go to Disneyland. Perfecto. All right, my friends, this has been fun today. It's been a beautiful Friday. Thank you for joining me here today at the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. I want to thank you all for joining me today. You made my day special. And it was so fun chatting with you guys and sitting down and having lunch and doing some Disney trivia with you too. It was really great. I'll be back here Sunday for Super Bowl Sunday, so if you have room in your schedule for Super Bowl Sunday before the game or during, I'll be here at Disneyland. I hope to see you then. Love to you all. This has been Indiana Holmes. Bye-bye from Disneyland.